Tonight, the Trojan football program welcomes a new face.
And we'll have all the details on the new head football coach. Stay tuned. TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision News for December 1st, 2014. I'm Dustin Allen.
And I'm Courtney Addison. Thank you for joining us this evening.
A new era of Trojan football starts today as Troy University introduces the new head coach of the Trojan football team. And it's someone familiar to fans and the program. Amy Austin has the story.
I'm humbled and I'm honored to stand at this podium as Troy's head football coach.
Neil Brown took the podium today as Troy University football's head coach. Brown comes to Troy after being the offensive coordinator at Kentucky under Mark Stoops, and he said that this is the opportunity he has been waiting for.
Very, very excited. My family and I are very excited. Tremendous welcome at the airport last night. A lot of former players and friends and administrative people and just fans. And then the press conference this morning, tremendous turnout. I can feel the energy and the excitement, and just very grateful for the opportunity that John Hartwell and Dr. Hawkins gave me.
This is not Brown's first time in Troy. He coached under Larry Blakeney from 2006 through 2009 as the offensive coordinator, and this gives him special ties to the university.
This is where my wife Brooke and I first moved when we got married in 2006. The first home was in Troy. That's where our first child was born. You know, Addison was born here, and I don't think those two memories ever go away. So you always have a piece of your heart. And then from a professional standpoint, for Coach Blakeney to hire me at 25 years old as a Division I coach, forever grateful for him. And then again, to make me the youngest offensive coordinator in the country and putting that faith, you know, this place was always special to me.
And while Brown's background is the offense, the defensive coordinator job is a key focus for his next staff appointments.
The defensive coordinator job will probably be the most important hire on my staff. You know, I do have an offensive background. Now I will be involved in all phases, all three phases, special teams and defense as well. But I'm really committed to making the right hires and not getting in a hurry. I want to hire the right people, people that want to develop young men, that have a deep passion for Troy. I'm excited about the guys that are going to stay, and I'm excited about putting together this staff.
Amy Austin, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Brown, of course, takes the reins from Larry Blakeney, who retired on Saturday after 24 years as head coach. Amy will have the highlights of that final game as well as player reaction to the selection of Brown later in sports.
And speaking of reactions, I hit the campus this afternoon to figure out what students had to say about today's big announcement. At a press conference Monday morning, Neil Brown was announced Troy University's new head football coach. He mentioned he was excited to be back in Troy, a place where he calls home. And today I had the chance to talk with students about the new hire, and it seems everyone is just as happy to have Brown at Troy as he is to be here.
It looks like he's a good fit for Troy. Obviously, he was the offensive coordinator a few years ago for Troy, so he kind of knows the system, knows a lot of the coaches already, so I think it'll be a good fit.
Can't wait to see what all he brings to the table, and I think he's going to bring a really good future for Troy University football.
I think it's very good. We got a new coach. I think the new coach is very excited about having this new position, and I think he's going to bring a lot of enthusiasm with his job, and just look forward to having a great season next year.
I feel like with our new football coach stepping in, it's going to be refreshing, and you know, we're going to have a brand new start, and we're going to start all over from scratch.
And I just believe this coach is going to steer us in the right direction.
I think it'll be a good hire. I hear he was a very good coordinator at Kentucky, and being Kentucky is a very big school, so they know how to get good players. So I feel like he's going to have a lot of good recruits starting to come in because he's from a huge college.
I'm just really excited to see what he brings to this program and see what comes next year. Awesome. And what's the one thing that you hope that he brings? Wins.
Brown will be the 21st head football coach in Troy University history. And once again, Brown will be the 21st head coach in Troy University history. And Dustin, while in college, many young people have some interesting experiences when it comes to dating.
That's right, Courtney. However, while in school, some students don't have the luxury of being in the same city or state as their significant other. So, of course, they resort to technology. Austin Cofield explains.
Being in a relationship is a fairly common thing for the average college student. But where most couples spend their afternoons dining out or enjoying a movie, Charles Womble spends time with his significant other on Skype.
I'm in a long-distance relationship, and it's been going on for 2 years and 2 months. Yesterday was our 2 years, 2 months anniversary, and So in the first match, he was almost 10,000 miles away from me, and I was here in Troy, and she's in Manila in the Philippines. So it's been pretty difficult. It's due to the nature of the relationship, not because of me or her. It's just that long-distance relationships are very hard to maintain, particularly because communication is hard, and not being able to see each other in person, on a daily basis is really, really difficult thing for people to work through. But we talk every single day on Skype for many, many hours each day, and so that helps a lot.
Not only does new technology allow for someone like Womble to stay in contact with his fiancée, but it also allows for someone like me to get an interview with that same person.
I met him on a website called Experience Project, where you post stuff about your experiences, and you kind of read about other people's experiences too, about like the same subject. When he went here to Canada, it was like, I think his summer break. And then I met him like in the airport, and I just smacked him in the face because I didn't know what to do.
And despite the awkward first face-to-face meetings, the couple still says that the relationship is
definitely worth the wait.
It was really rewarding.
Austin Cofield, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Leeds, authorities were searching for a suspect they described as an escaped convict who fled from Alabama state troopers. Leeds Police Chief Brian Jackson says the man jumped out of his vehicle yesterday when troopers attempted to arrest him on a felony charge during a traffic stop.
And in Montgomery, an observance will mark the 59th anniversary of the Montgomery bus boycott. A celebration will be held tonight at the city's historically black First Baptist Church, which was the site of mass meetings around the time of the boycott in 1955.
And in Tuscaloosa, the National Labor Relations Board has upheld a ruling that Mercedes violated federal labor laws by stopping United Auto Workers Union supporters from handing out literature inside its Alabama plant. And still to come on Troy TrojanVision News with a new announcement from the football program. We will hear from players and their reactions to the new coach. Amy Austin will have that and more when she joins us with sports.
And today is Cyber Monday. Find out how you can protect yourself while shopping online. We'll have the details on that and more after the break. Stay with us.
How to avoid scammers on Cyber Monday. I'm Chris Van Cleve. That story's coming up.
Cool party. What do you guys want to drink? Can I have a head-on collision with a concussion twist?
Make mine a fatal accident with no survivors.
And you?
A designated driver, please. Just a bottle of water.
Awesome.
You're a lifesaver.
The warrior spirit. It's in there. Always has been. Now let it out and take the world by fire. Train well and learn what it means to be a Troy Trojan. Walk with confidence, conquer, claim territory, and climb ladders. Know that you have the power to stand alone, but the comfort of knowing that you'll never have to. Discover your inner warrior. Find it at troy.edu/spirit.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
As you heard earlier, Troy University has a new football coach for a new era. Neil Brown is the head coach for the Troy University football program. Brown returns to Troy after 3 years at Texas Tech as the offensive coordinator and the past 2 years also as offensive coordinator at Kentucky. Brown is the second youngest head coach in the Football Bowl subdivision, and the players feel that he is bringing a new mindset to the program.
He knows what it takes to get where we want to be at. And we have a bunch of small-town guys on this team, and he kind of made a note of that in the team meeting this morning. And so he has that kind of connection with them, and he can connect with all of us as well.
He made us feel like the whole atmosphere is changing. It's going to be a lot positive. He said he wanted to win right away, and so that was exciting for all of us seniors. I know with like a new coach, a lot of times there's like a rebuilding process, but felt good that he wants to win right away and just bring a lot of energy to the team.
Tickets are already on sale for Coach Brown's 2015 inaugural season as Troy's head coach. The football team closed out the 2014 season with the closing of an era. Larry Blakeney coached his final game as Troy University's head coach. It was the end of an era Saturday as the football team took the field against UL Lafayette in Coach Larry Blakeney's final game as Troy's head coach. The Trojans put up a fight in the first half, but fell to the Raging Cajuns 42-23.
Certainly had a lot of thoughts rushing through my head and trying to resist most of them and coach a game. And, although we weren't able to win the game, we had some guys that played hard, and anytime you face a good football team like ULL, you got to play near perfect to win, and we certainly weren't perfect. We did hang in there with them.
The game against Lafayette closed out Coach Blakeney's 24 years as coach for Troy University, and Blakeney said he is thankful for the opportunity given him many years ago.
Certainly, being able to be the head coach at Troy and all these years has been wonderful and beneficial to me. And I'm very appreciative for that opportunity given to me December 3rd, 1990 to come here. And, it hadn't all been perfect, certainly, but these folks have been loyal to me and over the years and now, and I'm very appreciative to Troy University.
Not only was it Blakeney's last game, but 20 seniors also faced the last game of their Trojan careers. And as Chandler Worthy said, he wouldn't want it to end any other way.
A little bit of both, but I honestly wouldn't have it any other way, because Blakeney was that brought me here, and he helped me through a lot of situations that I've had, and I really wouldn't want to pay for any other coach, so I'm just glad that we're both leaving, man, get it over with.
Blakeney closed out his 24th season at Troy and his 292nd game as Troy's head coach. The women's basketball team was on a 2-game winning streak headed into Sunday's home game against Savannah State. The Trojans fell to the Lady Tigers 83-80 in the final minutes of the game. Troy led the game 34-28 going into halftime, but Savannah State came out in the second half to score 55 points as the Trojans only answered with 46. Troy had 24 turnovers in contrast to the Lady Tigers' 13. The leading scorers for Troy were Ashley Beverly Kelly with 22 points and Renita Garrett with 21. The Trojans will take the court again Wednesday as they host Sanford at 7 p.m.